Hey there. So for whatever reason, right after I wake up, I'm feeling these messages come through and I feel like sharing them. I think it's important that we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I know a great deal of people have this idea of religion like it's all mind manipulation and fear-based propaganda and what have you. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fear-based stuff in there, but if you've understood anything about life and this awakening process, then you should understand very well that we all have shadows and there's shadows everywhere, and those shadows are meant to catapult us into the next level. So in that way, they serve a purpose. Also, just speaking on one religion, there is this theory where people say they don't believe in this fire and brimstone stuff, like eye for an eye and fires from heaven coming down. But that's universal law. You get what you give. The energy that you put out comes back. It wasn't like a threat from some high guy in the sky that was saying that if you do bad, I'm going to punish you. It's just real deal universal law that if you do something bad to someone, it will come back. It's not personal. Just like it says in the Four Agreements, which most people can align with, thinking that that's not anything to do with religion, when it's really the same thing being said in a different way, in a different time space, so to speak. And if you're like me, you can identify that every single religious teaching, like I've written about before, are saying the same thing. It's just in different words for different peoples, for different times. And the code of higher wisdom and the awakening process and the outline of it is in each and every teaching. None of them should be discredited. They're all coming from prophets and saints that at some points become martyrs, and it's just like the way that it goes, that for me to do what I'm doing right now, I had to sacrifice every aspect of myself that was in fear. Get it? Like, fear not. You know, as an example of how two of them are saying the same thing. In Christianity, it's said, as a man thinks, so is he. And in the Buddhist teaching, I think it's a man is only equal to his thoughts. I mean, it's the same message over and over again in different formats. And I think it's time for everybody to stop thinking that it's all BS and start seeing what's actually deep within it. And sometimes it might take just saying, you know, I really want to understand what the deeper message is here. It's called praying for understanding, and it will be so. We need to stop separating everything. Stop being afraid of anything. Stop classifying something as bad or evil or distorted, and start realizing that even though some things might have been left out based on some people's choices, does not mean that the whole darn thing is BS. And it doesn't mean that you have to pick one or the other. You know, just like I've always said, I'm everything in existence. So not only am I a fractal and a divine piece of all of you and everything that exists, I am also every religious teaching, because it's all just saying the same thing at the core level, and there's no difference in any of it really, once you have your heart open to the fact that that might be a potential. So hold the potential for that. Be real with yourself and stop buying into all of the fear and dismay that's created by the confusion and the separation, because people that aren't enlightening are not going to see that, and they're going to be anti this and anti that, instead of realizing that it's all here to work together and bring you to yourself. I love you guys. Have a great day.